This surrounding city of Boise is getting one of the most exciting master plan communities and nobody is talking about it yet. Welcome to Inspado. I'm excited to tell you guys all about this one. Guys, welcome to or welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, press that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen so you can get information as far as when we drop more amazing videos just like this about some neighborhoods that you may not have even heard of. Now, this neighborhood is going to be located in Star, Idaho. If you guys don't know, Star, Idaho is probably one of the fastest growing cities outside of Meridian and Boise in Idaho. And the reason why is because a lot of people really love rural living. For example, behind me, you're gonna see you have some really great lots available currently that just overlook the entire house, or the entire city. And you have mountain views over here, which you can see right there. You just have so much land and so much availability and so much to build what you're looking for that it makes this super exciting when we have master plan communities that are simply offering resort style living. I mean, this community specifically is going to be offering so much, but we're gonna be diving into it. But with that being said, Star, Idaho is just a growing city. A lot of people moving, whether they're coming from Texas or California or Oregon or Washington. If that's you, then you're probably really going to be interested in Star, Idaho and what it has to offer, because location wise, it's not too far away from everything you want to be nearby, but also not too close to where you're feeling the traffic congestion. You're not feeling which, speaking of traffic, by the way, they're actually building a brand new highway right next to this subdivision here that they're building now. And that's going to allow you even more ease to get to where you need to go without the traffic on top of that. So that's going to be super exciting as well. But let's talk about the neighborhood. So this neighborhood specifically is going to be on a 124-acre lot. Now, the cool thing about this is that they are building 195 homes, with some of the lots right behind me being able to be purchased, and you can bring your own builder or one that we could personally recommend to you. If you guys are curious, yes, we are real estate agents, and by we, I mean me and my team. So what you guys can do to reach out to me is going to be call or text or email me. If you prefer to call, great. If you prefer to text, great. If you prefer to email, great. The more you could tell me about your situation and what you're currently experiencing or what your move looks like, the more I know how to help you. I absolutely would love to help you guys. That's literally why I make these videos, to give you guys more insights on the area, but ultimately to help you as you get ready to relocate here. So with that being said, guys, we're talking about this master plan community, and they're building 195 homes. Now, these lots, they do have builders already establishing their kind of homes, and like they have their own different sites and different model homes that you can check out. So you have multiple builders already building here in the neighborhood, and the nice thing is these are going to be some of the familiar names. So here's the list right here. You have Berkeley Building Co., which we actually have one under contract right now. Shout out to Megan, she absolutely loves what they're doing with their home. You have Riverwood Homes, which is also another popular one. Tricidio, that is probably the most popular, and they're very well known for their quality and luxury homes that they build. So that is also a great builder. You also have J. Petzinger Custom Homes, Capstone Homes, and then Berkeley Building Co. So guys, great builders all around, and we're going to actually tour one of these homes so you guys can get an idea of what you're working with. Now, we're not going to be able to tour every single home that they have available as far as model wise, but we do have some great homes you're going to want to see anyways, and you're going to absolutely get a great idea of what they're putting here. And I mean, these homes are just absolutely stunning. Now, they do range from different price points depending on if you're going custom and choosing the lot itself, which these lots behind me, they are going to be more expensive because, as I mentioned earlier, you do have a view of the entire city. So with that being said, you're going to have to pay a little more because you're getting the view of everybody's dreams, but you get to have the luxury of waking up to that view every single day. Now, in addition to that, your backyard is probably never going to hit the sun, because the sun here is behind me, which you can't really see it on the camera, but you're going to have sun all day long in the front of the house and shade all day long in the back of the house because of how the home is built. Now, if you are someone that loves to watch the sunset or anything of that nature, you might want to have like a 360 view or something of that nature when you're building the home, but those are things we can talk about when we're getting into it. The cool thing about the homes that you're going to see are going to be patio homes, luxury homes, as well as custom homes. In addition to that, you're also going to have 10 acres of open space. So what that means is most neighborhoods, when you're looking at them, they're going to have just a bunch of homes stacked on top of each other. Now, you are going to have 10 acres of open space as well, with like pocket parking, meaning areas like this where potentially you could have additional parking, because a lot of homes nowadays, or a lot of subdivisions I should say, they don't ever give you guys the opportunity to build homes or have a bunch of homes built and then have additional parking. So if two houses on the same block have a neighborhood party or have a housewarming party, now you're stuck looking at 30, 40, 50 cars with no space to park those cars. So what's really nice is they are taking that additional step to have additional parking. Now, in addition to that, you also have pickleball courts. You're going to have a clubhouse. You're going to have a pool that is like a resort style pool. And you're also going to have trails. So you have all these different things that they're throwing in here. Now it's almost something that I would compare to kind of like Dry Creek Ranch. Dry Creek Ranch in Boise, Idaho is a little different though, because they do have their own gardener that will come by and pass you gardening fruits and vegetables and all that fun stuff if you want to subscribe to the monthly neighborhood gardening thing that they do. But they also will have a charter school, whereas this one doesn't have those things. They do have some really good things as far as amenity goes as well. But the cool thing is this isn't the only neighborhood, right? So you always will have separate neighborhoods that offer different things. You just really have to find a master plan community that matches what you're looking for in a neighborhood, as well as aligns with location, right? So speaking of location, how far is this from everything that you need to know about? Well, for one, as far as location in comparison to Boise, you're probably looking at about roughly I want to say 30-minute drive, being generous to include traffic time. As far as Eagle, Idaho, you're probably looking at like a 15, maybe 20-minute drive from here. Meridian is literally the street over. So if you guys want to be my neighbor, I do live in Meridian. I love Meridian, but I also really love this neighborhood. My girlfriend and I were actually here and we were looking at it, and I was like, you know, this wouldn't be a bad place to set up a custom home and have that great view, which we just personally really love. Regardless, getting back to this, it's minutes away from Meridian, so the village and all those fun areas as far as shopping and amenities are going to be super close by in proximity. So you're going to have all the outdoor recreation. It's just going to be a great location overall. And then, like I mentioned earlier, right, they're building highway right now nearby, which will give you more ease as far as when you're traveling back and forth to be able to get to where you need to go without having any issues. Now, some other areas real quick that I want to note that you guys may absolutely love is going to be the Boise River access is not too far away. You're also going to have the Star River Rock, and then in addition to that, you also have Eagle Island State Park. That's probably the most common areas. People absolutely love Eagle Island State Park, especially during the winter, because you can literally just go out there. They have this huge man-made snow hill that they make, and you can go, I don't know why I always want to say you can go, I almost always want to say you can go wheel tubing. That is not the right term. You can go tubing. How about we just say you can go tubing down that hill, and it's a super great time for children. Adults have a good time. You still hear some adults scream. My partner might be someone that screams for no reason, but it's just one of those things that people really love to go and do. In addition to that, during the summer, they have the water that's available. You can go out there, have a great time in the summer as well. So with that being said, if you guys are curious about all the stuff, amenity-wise, neighborhood-wise, all that fun stuff, just Boise and surrounding area-wise, what I would recommend, look in the video description. We have some amazing links. We have our Facebook groups that people love. We have our relocation guide. Our Boise relocation guide is in the video description below. Buyer's guide, just tons of great information for you guys. If you want, just download some of those links or press those links below so you can get some of those information. But with that, let's talk about the next thing. Now, the next thing I want to hit on before we tour this home is going to be schools and family life. Now, when you're thinking schools, the best part about this is going to be that a lot of you guys probably are concerned about, are we in the best school district? Do we have a good schooling system? Do we have great sports or academics, right? These are all things that we've been asked. We also get asked, you know, is there any hospitals nearby and all that fun stuff? Is it safe? Well, the best part is Star, Idaho is one of those places where you are in the actual best school district, which is going to be in the state of Idaho, as far as academically and athletically. To my knowledge, that's what everyone has told me. We've had a lot of people who are relocating this way that ask specifically to be put in this school district. So West Ada School District is going to be the best school district that you could possibly get, as far as from what our neighbors and all our folks that we've helped, and then as well as ourselves, the people that we get to meet and talk to, as far as just ratings as well. In addition to all of that, is going to prove that that is one of the best school districts to check out, but it's also one of the largest in addition to that. So as far as school wise, you're going to have Star Elementary right now, you're going to have Star Middle, and then you will have Eagle High, which are all great schools as far as where you want to have your children go. And that's what's attached to this neighborhood currently. So tons of great sports leagues, tons of great academic programs, tons of great family parks, and community events in addition to the schooling. So you just have a really great area for those of you that have families or plan on having families and starting it's just a really good area to be. All right, guys, so with all that being said, I've talked a lot about the area, some of the nearby things to do. I probably haven't hit on all the things, right? Like the Village being nearby, which is an outdoor shopping mall in Meridian. You have Star, which has tons of great things. Star downtown, Meridian downtown, Boise downtown. All those things are all within a 30-minute drive. So great location. But to not keep beating a dead horse, I want to show you guys this property, so let's go check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to be checking out this home. Now, this home specifically was built by Pacific Lifestyle Homes, which is a very big builder out here. Very beautiful homes that they do. And I mean, this house is gorgeous. So you have this beautiful 2-story home. Now, this home specifically has a feature that you will not find in many homes, if, well, I don't want to say if any, because anything is possible, but let's talk about the home, and you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for the surprise. So as you can see here, you have tons of sod that is already laid out with the landscaping that is also done. So that is going to be just really well done here. Same on here, it's just going to be rocks up to this point where you have the fence that is separating yourselves and your neighbors. So we'll go through that together, but really nice looking modern home, especially walking up to it. You have this nice covered patio area here that just allows you, for those of you that are maybe just neighborhood watchers or like the people watch, you're not really going to get a lot of people here, but this is going to be the view. So you're going to have another home being built right there. And in the meantime, just a really nice, quiet neighborhood. Not a lot of driving or anything like that going on. So you're just going to be able to enjoy it. So as we kind of walk up to it, you'll also notice tons of windows, right? So they're going to have tons of natural light. I really didn't even have to turn on the light, but I did just for the purpose of having them on so you guys can see what that looks like. But as you walk into the home, this home is going to be giving you guys a solid 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, with the first half bath actually being right here to the right as we open it up. So you got your toilet there, and then your half. Check out this light fixture, by the way. Super cool, super different. And then your typical sink. Now this does have 2,272 square feet. And you're gonna notice here, you're gonna have your office space. And I bet you that actually looks insane on the camera, but really cool. Kind of like those Pinterest walls where your wife or lover is scrolling all day and they're looking at cool things to do. It's kind of playing with my eyes as I'm looking at this, but have a really nice office space. And you get to look out to the neighborhood, of course, which, like I said, really nice view. So really nice thing is all these doors are really big, so it's not like your typical standard doors to where you walk in. It just makes it feel like there's a lot more space. Here you're gonna have your coat closet. And then immediately after this, before we start looking at the living room, you have one more door, so 3 doors. And that's the alarm system yelling at me to tell you that you have a garage door being open. But 2-car garage, it is unfinished, but you do see there you have your sprinkler system included, and then your water heater here. And you also have capability here. Now this is a big thing in Idaho that a lot of people don't know, but in some of these neighborhoods, you're gonna want to have a water softener. The reason for that is going to be that water can be hard depending on the area, so it's always good to get your water tested, regardless if you move here or another neighborhood. You just wanna make sure you protect you and your family from drinking any bad water. So with that, here you have your living area, which, I mean, super cozy, super just very simple. They staged it really gorgeously. So this is a really good idea as far as just a layout. You could always put your TV up there, or you also have this other wall here that you could put your TV. So lots of room for creativity just to come in, make it your own. And then you will notice your backyard is back there as well. But you also have a dining room area, and they didn't try to shove it in there, right? Like there's actually a dedicated space to where you have, more than enough room to put a big dining table. Here you have a 6-seater, and then you have your kitchen here. Now, a lot of you guys are gonna get excited about this if you already saw it. You have your microwave and double oven, which this is probably one of the coolest setups that I've seen personally. So that's really cool as far as how they did that. You're going to have your really nice quartz counters here. And then room, of course, for the bar stools beneath the island. All right, guys, we gotta test it. You guys know what we're testing. Soft close, and it closes all the way. That's always a plus. Really interesting backsplash here. And then as you can tell, you actually have, you can see right there, you have your under cabinet lighting. So that goes all the way around. Tons of space for a fridge. and then your pantry here, which is also super spacious, and it has plugins as well. And then for those of you that know, you guys know this already, gas stove is the way to go, but you have a 6-burner there, so tons of space, really nice, modern, everything. They did go with the Frigidaire gallery is what you have. Frigidaire gallery is like the most luxurious type of appliances that Frigidaire does, so you just have the peace of mind of knowing you're getting something really nice and not, you know, cheap as far as appliances go. So master bedroom, tons of space, huge windows, and then you also have that beautiful window on top, which just allows for that much more night space. But really love how they set this bedroom up. As far as the bedding goes, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Something to get excited about. You do have your farm door here. Let me just raise this up for reference, so it does slide in and out. So that's also a really cool feature there. Then you have your walk-in shower, which is clear, so you guys can always enjoy the view of your partner or yourself, whichever you prefer, of being in the shower. Now, something I always like to call out when builders do this is, I love when they actually put the design of the shower all the way up, right? Tile-wise. I hate when builders just kind of go, you know, up to the door, right? And that's where they stop it, and then you just have the wall the rest of the way. But they did a really good job with this one. They actually placed a window on top, which you can always get covered, but it's not like anyone is 8 feet tall, so you won't have to worry about that. And then you also do have some shelving inside of the shower as well. So coming back to this side of the town, as far as the bathroom goes, you have dual vanity sinks. And you know we gotta test this here as well. All right, it is soft close, so really gorgeous. And then flooring wise, you do have the tile going on there, so that's really nice. And then coming over here on the left side, you're going to have your toilet. And then, all right, I told you guys there's a feature in here which no other house has, and it's not the linen closet, but that is what is in here. But in the primary closet, now this is on the main level, you have the capability to do laundry in your own closet. So they do have the hookups for cold and water. You do have your dryer hookup, so you can stack it here in the corner if you would like to. And you do have tons of space in here as far as being able to store stuff goes. So if you can guess, there is one unit here for laundry to be able to do that. The correct answer is yes, you do have another option of being able to do it upstairs as well, but we're gonna get to that point. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. All right, really nice stairs, by the way, to where they're not like steep. They actually gave you a ton of I almost want to call it like a walkway, but when you're looking down the stairs here, you can see they definitely gave you more than enough space to be able to make it all the way up to where it doesn't feel like you're on an incline stair stepper, which I do every morning and I absolutely despise. So, woo! All right, getting into it. Bedroom number 2. Now this is a super spacious one. This is probably gonna be the favorite of the other ones in comparison, but you're gonna have great views till they build some homes. But in the meantime, why not enjoy it? You do have your closet here. And guys, just as a side note, if this isn't the neighborhood or this isn't the home and you would like to see more options, all you have to do, comment buyer below, or better yet, call me, text me, email me. Let me know that you like this home, but you would like to see other options as well, and I'll make sure to get those to you. But this bedroom, super spacious, probably the second biggest for sure, outside of the primary bedroom. And it is located right next to the laundry room, which is very simple. It does have a nice sink, which is always a plus. And then you do have your typical laundry set up there, so you can get that all hooked up and good to go. In here, you're going to have another linen closet. Super simple. And then over here, you will have your next and final bathroom. So this one is single vanity. It will be shared with the bedrooms upstairs as well as the shower, which does have a tub, which I know that's important for some folks if you have a baby. And we had a great house one time we were viewing, We had a great house we were viewing. It had everything, but the one thing it was missing was a shower that had a tub for the baby. So if you're someone that has a baby and you do need those things, just make sure to think about those things, because if you don't have a tub, you need to bathe your you need to bathe your baby. You probably don't want to do it in the kitchen sink every time. A lot of people would really love to have a bathroom with a tub. So just something to take into consideration. But moving on, we're gonna finish this out real quick. The next home, goodness, my words are all over the place. That's about that time where I need to take an energy drink. But the next bedroom here, this is bedroom number 3. Super spacious as well. Not as spacious as the last one, but only thing you have to worry about is if you have a kid with super hops that likes to sneak out, they may jump onto the neighbor's roof. But the best part is, guys, like, they designed these homes to where the neighbors can't see you. Like, there's no way, there's no windows on this side or anything of that nature you got to worry about. So you don't have to worry about being in your bedroom and getting dressed or anything of that nature and someone seeing you while you're doing that. It's just really great that they thought about these things beforehand. Here is going to be your thermostat, which is the same one that I have, and I highly recommend it. Now, this is like an interesting door here, right? You're gonna see this and be like, what the heck did they do here? Why would they even do this? But this is gonna be your utility room here for your furnace. So no reason to really be in here outside of the fact that something needs to be serviced or repaired, but for the most part, probably won't hang out here. We're gonna close that. All right, and the final bedroom here, and this is where you're gonna be able to see the backyard view here, which we still haven't looked at the backyard, so don't think I forgot, but that's going to be the end of the residence here, because there's really not much more they can build. So you don't have to worry about backdoor neighbors here. As you can tell, there's no construction going on behind you, and you do have ample space. Great closet. All these bedrooms are really well sized. This is probably the smallest one, and even the smallest one, we're still talking about it being probably, you know, 12 to 15 feet by 8 to 10 feet minimum. So you just have tons of space in each of these bedrooms, and they just did a really good job. So as far as this home goes, this one is listed at $650,000. This is on one of the lower costs as far as housing goes in this neighborhood. But if you guys are curious or would like more information about this neighborhood or another one, do me a huge favor. Once again, I am a licensed real estate agent, and as much as I love making these videos, guys, my ultimate goal is to be able to help you. That's what I do best at outside of these videos. Call me, text me, email me, give me the full breakdown. Tell me about your family, tell me about your situation, tell me about your dream goals and ambitions as far as what you would like to do with this move, how I can help you guys, and then from there, I'd love to hop on a call with you guys. So call me, text me, email me. The more, the better. And if you didn't already, do me a huge favor, press the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen below. That way we can stay connected and you guys can see all the videos that I upload, whether it's Boise, Meridian, Mount Home, Star, Idaho, whatever the neighborhood may be, whatever the area, you never know what you may get. Definitely want to make sure you stay caught up with everything we're putting out there. This is just all great information for you guys to know before you head out this way. So love you guys. Thank you for being here. As always, let me know if there's anything I can do, and make sure to check out some of the links that we have below for anything that may be resourceful or useful for you guys. See you guys on the next one.